All right. Special teams unit. I'm gonna start off with the kickers because the kickers was actually something that was a storyline this year. Funny enough, Dustin Hopkins gets re-signed. We were like, what the heck? Why? Why resign Dustin Hopkins? He's trash. And he picked up where he left off, missing kicks. It took Ron Rivera and this team, excuse me, until week 7 or 8 to make a change in the kicking game. And what do? They bring a guy named Chris Blewitt to the team, and he gets extra points and field goals blocked. Wow. They finally make a smart move and they bring Joey Slye. Now, Joey Slye got cut from the 49ers because that Robbie Gould came back. So I don't know if it was perfect timing, but I think Joey Slye, kicked for Washington, and unfortunately he got hurt in the Seahawks game. Was it the Seahawks? I think it. Yeah, it was the Seahawks game. It was the Seahawks. Okay, the Seahawks game where he got an extra point blocked and he was trying to make a play and got hurt, got his hamstring hurt. But I think Washington should bring him back because, who knows what team would pick him up. Kicking woes happen this, in the regular season. So I think that Washington should re-sign Joey Slye because he was actually consistent. Brian Johnson, who stepped up when needed in the Raiders game when Joey Slye got hurt, made a big-time clutch kick to give Washington the 6-6 record. So, Brian Johnson missed, got an extra point blocked in the following Dallas game, but he was pretty solid. So I think that Washington, if they don't re-sign Joey Slye, at least bring Brian Johnson back. Small sample size, but he was actually a clutch kicker in that one Raiders game. So I think that they should bring him back. More on the special teams unit, DeAndre Carter, like I stated, made clutch catches, and he also had a kickoff/punt return for a touchdown in the Falcons game. Was it the Falcons? I think it was the Falcons. It was either the Falcons game or the Saints game. I have to review the tape. But Saints, that game, right? He, in training camp, guys were saying, "Oh, he's trash. He fumbled, muffed punts." But he did muff punts and kickoffs, but at least he recovered them in the regular season. So he was actually pretty good. Bring him back on a cheap deal, as a wide receiver and as a punt returner because Washington needs something stable after last year's special teams unit, muff punts and kickoff returns and things like that. Because he actually made 101 yard kickoff return for a touchdown when it mattered, and then good kickoff returns and good punt returns. So bring him back. Let me see what else was noteworthy. Side note on the Dustin Hopkins thing. At least Dustin Hopkins in that Falcons game when Dustin Hopkins, uh, kicked that ball, and I think like something happened where it bounced and he recovered it. That was actually pretty clutch of him, but that wasn't enough to save his job. So whatever. That just a side note there. But the special teams unit as a whole, I'm sorry, Dustin Hopkins kicking, Ron Rivera kicking woes and things like that. Doesn't save them for this grade as much. C. Penultimate segment or whatever, coaching.